What's up, Project Diablo 2 fans? I'm Noodle, and today we have a video for Ladder Season 5. To my D2R fans who haven't heard of Project Diablo 2, it's an incredible online mod that basically expands the endgame and features a ton of balancing to every class and item in the game. This will be my opinion on the best starting build for each class this season. All of these were tested in gear that you'll be able to get the moment you clear Hell Bale, like Spirit, Splendor, Stealth, and a Lore Helm, for example. These aren't in any particular order, but since this intro is already long enough, let's get to the action. First up will be the Sorceress. Between testing various builds, I found that Ice Barrage was absolutely the winner early on. With the early set, you're able to drop cow packs and clear level 85 zones in seconds. This is due to the missiles having a large explosion radius, and they're able to hit a single target multiple times if you aim far enough behind them, making this deal ridiculous damage with only +4 to all skills. Next will be the Barbarian. I have to say, out of all the builds, Double Throw is up there, but an Obedience-wielding Leap Barb takes the cake for me. I know Obedience and Lionheart take runes like Foul, but you can actually get these from someplace like Hell Countess a bit easier than people think. This build was easily able to pounce through some of the level 85 areas without breaking much of a sweat, and I wasn't using a single damage charm that you're sure to find along the way. The third one here will be the Assassin. Since traps have taken a little bit of a nerf, it was between Martial Arts and Mind Blast for me, and I chose Mind Blast because I feel it's in the best spot of the three builds. With a couple of Anya special claws that took 15 minutes to fucking find, we have enough skills to take down cows in most level 85 zones rather safely. Mind Blast has a solid AoE radius and deals physical damage, and now that Psychic Hammer has an increased radius, it can decimate any physical immunes since it's magic damage. The fourth one here has to be my favorite build for the Druid. Rabies does an astounding amount of damage even with a relatively minimal amount of gear. With just the starting gear, you can easily hit around 10,000 damage on Rabies, which only requires one tap to spread through an entire horde of mobs. Not to mention, now that Poison Creeper is untargetable, they can never die, making them a huge asset to all the Druid builds. That also means that if you played a Summon Druid, it's a little easier to take down the Uber bosses because you constantly have that poison damage on them, which prevents their insanely high health regen. The fifth class on my list is the Amazon, which is actually what I'm playing this season. I personally will be playing a multi-shot bowazon just because I like the build a lot and it's gotten strong enough to be fun again. But the one that I would recommend coming out of the gate is the new Summon Amazon. Your 3 Valkyries are actually powerhouses from the get-go, and you can very easily get a 4th one from your class rune word Peace. In addition to that, the decoys that you summon also do very good amount of damage, while being extra tanks for your whole squad. It's like a mix between the Trap Assassin and a Golemancer. The Valks, by the way, do a high amount of physical and lightning damage, so this opens up a ton of the level 85 areas for you to farm. Number 6 will be the Paladin. While Fist of the Heavens received a little bit of a nerf, Holy Bolt received quite the buff to its entire scaling. As it stands right now, you should be able to destroy even Chaos Sanctuary with only +4 to all skills. This build is able to do pretty much any other zone as well since it's mainly magic damage. I just like Chaos the best since you have a Primeval boss at the end with the juicy player's 5 drops. Holy Bolt also shotguns if I'm not mistaken, so whatever damage you see on the screen for it, you can go ahead and triple if you keep the grouping tight. The last one on the list is the Necromancer, and as many of you know, this is the class that I have played for the last 4 seasons straight. I know Dark Pack recently received a buff, and if you play it at all, I would love to hear what you think about it, but the build that I'll be recommending here is yet again for the 8th time in a row, the Clay Golem Necromancer. This has to be without a doubt the strongest early summon build in the game, and with the high life and splash damage, this one can clear any zone in the game almost literally naked. I actually proved that on stream. I'm really curious to know what you guys are going to be playing this season, so you gotta let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to like this video as it helps more people see it, and the more people that benefit from this video, the happier Noodle is. I'll have some helpful links in the description as well as a link to my Twitch where I'll be streaming a lot of my season's playthroughs, so be sure to follow that so we can hang out. There will also be a link to the Noodle Gang Discord, which is the best way to keep up to date on anything that I'm doing, so don't be a stranger and come on in. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Happy grinding, travelers, and we'll see you next week.